people who are engaged in this phenomenon, they are hungry for a deeper understanding of what's going on. And, an approach that I have is not the only way to look at it, but it's one valid approach, I think. Trying to understand how this fits in the big picture scenario, in our global scenario. And I don't pretend that I have every single answer here, but I think about this all the time. I'm thinking about, on the one hand, the global nature of the phenomenon itself, the nature of the secrecy, the creation of what I've often called a breakaway civilization, and how that relates to our contemporary geopolitical situation. They, whoever they are, they're not us. They're not of our civilization. And I think they've been monitoring us probably for a very, very long time. Now, in what we would call ancient times, it would be incredibly easy for them to monitor us without us really being able to do anything about it or be aware of them. Honestly, I think it'd be the easiest thing in the world. Human population was very, very sparse. Human technology, by our standards, was essentially nil. And they could have had a very low-key presence for centuries, maybe, being here from time to time, maybe living underground in nice secure bases where they can play ping pong all day. Who knows what they're doing, but out of our sight. Suddenly, here comes the 20th century. And the 20th century gives, humanity really is like leaping into the sky here. I mean, literally, we have flight, we have radar, which can detect things electronically from a long distance, and we have other electronic means of detection. And suddenly, the advanced guard of our civilization, that is the military intelligence community and the military scientific community, is detecting something. They're detecting these others. Now that's this phase that we're at still right now, is where the leading advanced guard of humanity knows that there's something going on. And the thing is that they're not telling the rest of us openly about it. But we're starting to figure it out too. So there's a lot of reasons why there's going to be secrecy on this. The dilemma that we have, the problem we have as a society, is all of that's irrelevant. We're on a path. We are on a path toward disclosure, and we're never going to be ready. I've never believed that we'll be ready, but that will never stop disclosure from happening. It's like, I like to say, no one's ready for their first child. We're never ready for it, but boom, there it comes. And
exactly.
Disclosure, that's right, it's going to happen. Disclosure scenario number 3, I call people-driven disclosure. And this can happen. It's kind of similar to to accidental disclosure, which I talked about, but it could be something that comes as a result of a groundswell. In other words, people supporting groups that leak information, whether it's WikiLeaks or Anonymous or groups like that, which are, or people like Edward Snowden, who I know there's all kinds of arguments over, are these people working for the other side secretly or not? My take is they're leaking valuable information that we need to have, and I think efforts like that have to be supported around the world. I think that supporting good UFO research is important. I think engaging in focused and pragmatic citizen action is important. All of these can help to trigger the kind of scenario that's people-based, that can promote or that can push this out into the open and cause really what will be nothing other than a deep, profound revolution in human civilization.